So we are sitting in our flower garden. When we first moved here, this raised garden was already here. It seemed like it would be an awesome place for a garden, but the soil is really bad. It's mainly backfill dirt from the construction of our house. It's actually kind of shady, so it's not the best place to grow a vegetable garden, but it's a great place to grow flowers. And the chickens have access to the flower garden. The goats, if the goats get out, they're able to get in here. The horses have gotten in here. So instead of trying to fence this in, we have a new garden area that was our goat pen. It's completely fenced in. So I am worried about deer, but I'm more worried about the animals we have, like the goats, the horses, and the chickens. The chickens are great for the garden if it's the right time of year, for composting and for spreading mulch. But if your plants are trying to grow, your chickens can scratch your plants in half a second, and all of your hard work is for nothing. So we are going to build a couple raised beds. Each raised bed is 8 feet by 30 inches. The main reason I chose 30 inches is it's still easy to reach to the very back of the bed if it's against the fence of the garden. And for an 8-foot board, you can get 3 30-inch sections out and have 6 inches left over. So that's why I went by the 8 feet by 30 inches. Each bed is only costing me less than $15. To save some money for my raised beds, in each corner there is going to be a small log. This is taking the place of a 4x4 post you could get at the hardware store. This is a log harvested from my property. It saves me a few dollars per bed, and it's another way to make use of what I have on the homestead. So logs are an unsung hero of the homestead. There's lots of things you can do with them. You just have to be creative. And this is going to help with a lot of support for each raised bed. Since the boards are so thin, you can't really screw the ends in together or they will just split. So let's go ahead and make one. I was able to make 5 raised beds. It took me about 45 minutes as soon as I got all of my supplies at the farm. So I'm going to start with these 5 raised beds, and I'm going to build from there. In another month, I'm going to try to build a few more, and I'm slowly going to increase my garden size. So I have some great soil here in this first bed. This is all from our property. This is compost. This is from our horses, our goats, our chicken coop. It's also from our pet pig. So we have an endless supply of poop, which is another unsung hero of the homestead, is animal manure. We have a great soil source, and if you don't use that compost, then you have to figure out a way to get rid of all of that animal waste. So it makes great compost. I am going to add a little bit of store-bought soil, but for the most part, our soil base is going to be from the farm and made by the farm. It'll probably be about 80% farm and about 20% from the store. And I'm just going to keep going. In our next video, I'm going to find more soil, and I hope to even plant something. It's April 1st, so I need to get going. And I just want to say thanks again for joining us, and I will see everyone in the next video.